any of you read that book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a... by Mark Manson? Such a great book. My story about reading this book is that I was on road to Santorini and I had like a long day of traveling because it's really hard to get to an island, I guess, from another island. And I thought I'd bring a book with me just to occupy my day since I was going to be on 2 flights. I had a lot of waiting time. I read the full book in that one day. I couldn't put it down. The only time I put it down was to show my passport at passport control. It was that bad. I found it super easy to read and there was a lot of good points on it. So I was just starting the book and it was a 7:30 a.m. flight to London. So all the business people were getting on the flight and I'm sitting there with a book with a curse word on it, and these 2 businessmen turned around to me, just looked at me and was like, respect. And it felt quite freeing, actually. Now, I want to bring up a couple of different points in this video. I have a few things I want to talk about, but to summarize it, number 1, no one cares about you as much as you do yourself. The second thing is mistakes happen. And thirdly, if it's not harming anyone and you have the best intent, who cares? So there's this well-known phenomenon called the spotlight effect, and I guess the term comes from when we're in theatre or in a musical and we have the spotlight on us to show that we're the main character, we're the person that everyone should be focusing on. But the truth is, most of us walk around our day with our own spotlight effect. We think that we're the main character, we think that the world revolves around us, we think that if we mess up, everyone sees it. I mean, it sounds pretty narcissistic when you put it in that way, but it's just naturally how we are. And I'm not trying to say you're not important, you are the main character of your own movie, but it's also the thing that's holding us back. Think about something that you really wanted to do one time and you held yourself back because you thought of the embarrassment because everyone would see and everyone would make fun of you. It took me 2 years to start a YouTube channel. 2 years, and it wasn't because I didn't have ideas or I didn't have the means to do it. I was just so worried about what everyone around me would think, and when I posted my first video, no one cared. No one watched it, no one cared, and it's been 6 or 7 months and I'm still going. Another story about my own spotlight effect is I am the world's worst driver. I can't drive. I failed my driving test numerous times. I feel anxious on the road. The reason I feel anxious isn't because I'm a bad driver. I'm so busy thinking that every car on the road is looking at my car and judging if I'm a little bit shaky or if I took the corner too tight or something like that, and it makes me so nervous. And the reality is no one cares. They're too busy in their own spotlight, in their own bubble, worrying about their own car. So in this section of the video, I guess I'm asking you to think about something that you have wanted to do for the longest time, but you felt so embarrassed. You felt that you might get made fun of, or there's someone else stopping you because you're too busy thinking about yourself. Next up, mistakes happen. This is an obvious one, but if you're like me, you might go to bed sometimes thinking, oh my god, 5 years ago, I can't believe I said that. That was the worst. Everyone laughed at me. Everyone's gonna remember me for that. And the truth is, it's the same as the last one. No one cares. No one cares about a mistake you made 5 years ago except yourself. So you need to accept that mistake happened, learn from it, and move on with your life. Listen, humans all have faults. We all make mistakes in the same way that we're all prone to getting the cold or the flu every now and then. We can't help it. We're not perfect. I feel like holding on to the past and holding on to your previous mistakes is one of the reasons that we struggle to move forward, and it holds us back from our own happiness and our own joys. So step 1 is letting go, because that mistake is gone, it's happened, and it's over. Learn from it and move on. Speaking about lack of control, how many of you out there have been worried or got upset about something that's out with your own control? Maybe you had a really nice trip planned last summer and COVID had it cancelled. Maybe you're like me and your Erasmus got cancelled because of the pandemic. Of course, it sucks, but it's out of our control. Are we going to waste our time moping over it, or are we going to move on with our lives? Taking a stoic view here, if you can't control it, you're going to have to accept it. Move on. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals and not under my control, in which do I have the choices I can actually control. This is a really good quote by Epictetus, I guess the protagonist of the stoicism movement, and it's so true. If it's out of our control, we should let it be out of our control and out of our minds. Last thing here, as much as I've just talked about getting us out of our own spotlight and stop thinking that everyone sees our actions, maybe we should stay in our own bubble, in the sense that we should stop caring about what everyone around us is saying, what everyone around us is thinking about our choices and our actions. If singing makes you happy, even though you're the worst singer on the planet, who cares? Go enjoy it, go have fun, and sing some ABBA for me. If you are the world's worst musician but it brings you tranquility, please continue. And if you've been thinking about making a TikTok account or a YouTube channel or tutoring someone and you have your own doubts, who cares? You'll get there by learning. I've been told many times that I'm the world's worst singer. And they're probably right, but it makes me happy, so do you know what I'm gonna go do now? Gonna go have some fun and have a dance party by myself.